rise and do the prayer. Face the east, 5 on the left, 2 on the right. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah, my protector.
My guide. And my salvation. By night. And by day. To His holy prophet. Islam. Start with our letters to be read in every meeting. And we want to put it out there again that if you're engaged with Moors who do classes or do some type of Moorish whatever, forums, etc., they should be reading the letters that Noble Jawali said to read every meeting. And if that's not happening, you know, that'll let you know something with regard to them and Noble Jawali. A warning from the Prophet. I hereby inform all members that they must put an end to all radical and agitating speeches while on their jobs, homes, or on the public streets. We advocate peace and not destruction. Stop trying out your cards with Europeans, for it causes confusion. There has been much confusion caused by members trying out their cards. The cards are for your salvation. Failure of obeying my orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members that seek to hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the Prophet, or to violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors must obey the laws laid down to them by their Prophet, and if they lose confidence in their Prophet, give up your card and button, cease wearing your turban or fez, and return to the state where I, the Prophet, found you. For this is a holy and divine movement founded by the Prophet Noble Jawali. And if the Prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The Prophet is sending out a divine plea to all true Moorish Americans that they may do their part in protecting their Prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the Prophet through the will of Allah to redeem His people from their sinful ways. To the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Islam, these are the instructions from your holy Prophet Noble Jawali. Be faithful unto your forefathers' divine and national creed, that you will be blessed for your good deeds that you sow in the flesh. Allah is the one that judges the world, and His judgment is now on, but the weak comprehend it not. The end of time is drawing near, so says Allah to His divine prophet, I, Noble Jawali. And that is why many hearts have turned to stone, and many have eyes to see but cannot see, ears to hear but cannot hear, lest they would be confounded of their sins. These are trying hours now, dear Moors, and every evil spirit is moving, and they are trying every weak mind to overthrow and drag out the true foundation that has been laid, and to cause confusion in the minds of the ones that do believe. But if you have the true love of Allah and the spirit of your forefathers, you fear not of what you hear or see, but will sacrifice the utmost of your very life to protect your movement and your Prophet. Watch your enemies, dear Moors. Your enemies are the ones that speak against the Prophet and ridicule him to the very lowest, and the ones that speak against your divine and national principles of your temples. Act accordingly, and Allah will bless you for your good work. Peace, your divine Prophet Noble Jawali. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Islam. I am glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy about me and the movement now by the same people on our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as American citizens, they are working every scheme they can to disqualify me, so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that attribute to the movement and uplifting funds, the ones that paid their divine respect to me, and the movement will be remembered. That is why I am calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it badly. Never before have I needed finance so badly as I do at present, so I can shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without I, the prophet, being head. It has been proven by my works which I have performed in the last few years. Islam. So, oh yeah, we have, we're going to pass around the little goodie bag. We got Black's Law Dictionary, second edition, for anybody who doesn't have their dictionaries. That's the CD-ROM version. So let's take one of those and pass it out. Anybody online, just email Brother Amari Albay. I think whatever the donation is from you, of course, that's what it would be. If you don't have dictionaries, you can't find the dictionary and all that. We have second edition on CD-ROM for anybody who needs that. Today we wanted to address USA / Canada Moors versus American Moors. There's a lot of individuals who are claiming to be Moors that are making a reference to Noble Ali implementing or establishing certain things, but we realize that because of the sellout, many of the individuals who are speaking on the nationality and birthrights issues of Moors are more on the side of the democracy and being governed, opposed to the Aboriginal indigenous perspective and governing self. So you have individuals that would say on the back of your nationality card, it would say, I am a citizen of U.S.A. Right? What has to be understood is that the nationality card for the Moorish Science Temple of America, or nationality and identification card for the Moorish Science Temple of America that Noble Drew Ali was giving out, that was happening under a Republican form of government. It wasn't happening under a democracy. So because it was happening under a Republican form of government, the U.S. from a citizen perspective was relative to the United States of America, which is the jurisdiction, when you look on a map, right, the jurisdiction of the United States of America includes South America, Central America, North America, and also the islands. So all that is the United States of America. So when Noble Drew Ali is saying that you're a citizen of this, he's not talking about the democracy that we see today, that's out there, that's pretending to be government or that are government imposters, right? He's actually talking about when the people were the government. Right? Now, if we look at this from a divine perspective, right? You know, looking at divine and national movement, so everything that we look at, we have to look at on those two tiers. Anything that we're presented relative to Moors, you should look at it divinely, and then look at it nationally, and then look at it as the whole, right? When he said USA, he meant unity, salvation, Allah. Right? I'm a citizen of USA, which is the de jure jurisdiction of the Americas, which means that you're the people. There's no government over you, there's nobody ruling over you, there's people who you've raised to be the government. And then those are the people who are supposed to be working on your behalf or working in your best interest. And then the divine perspective, unity, salvation, Allah, which are the symbols on the top of your nationality cards, right? The symbols above on the back of your nationality card. You got the handshake, unity. You got the crescent and star, which is Islamism, which is our salvation. And then you have the eye of the providence, or the eye of Allah, which is Allah. Unity, salvation, Allah. So from the American Moors perspective, USA or attaching to USA means that you're attaching to the de jure perspective of government, that the people are the ones that run it. USA / Canada Moors are going to tell you that this is your government. They're going to tell you that you can be a citizen of U.S.A. without spelling it out. Because when you say U.S.A., if you're not saying what those are, then you're admitting that you're down with the democracy. Because this acronym has words to make what it is. So if we're not going to use the words and we're going to go with the acronym, then you're basically saying that you're part of the democracy. So if you say U.S, if you say U.S.A, if you say ON instead of Ontario, if you say AB instead of Alberta, you're saying that you are with the democracy. You are saying that you are sanctioned by the democracy. You are saying that the democracy is helping you in some type of way. You are saying that your allegiance is with the democracy. You are saying that you are not self-governing. You are saying that you are not self-autonomous. You are saying that you are not Aboriginal Indigenous. Somebody else has to be your guardian, if you will. That you can't handle stuff on your own. Okay? So we're making the distinction that American Moors deal with de jure. The USA, Canada Moors deal with de facto. The American Moors are going to tell you you're not supposed to pay taxes in your own land. The USA, Canada Moors or the de facto Moors are going to tell you pay taxes to the foreign European occupier. Not that they should be paying taxes to you because they're in your land. All right? Any questions so far?
So basically, don't use the acronym, use the full word.
Right, every time.
Every